See here, it has misassigned some other footprint for this LED. We'll be changing the footprint. For this, we will be clicking on component tool, double click on footprint, select footprint. For LED, we have to take beacon 100T, and somewhere you can see /, give OK. Okay. Bottom layer 2, refresh. I'm rotating the component of LED, double click, footprint. So recently used footprint, it will be available in local itself. Okay. So place here. I don't know what's happening. So if I place here, or something is happening, refresh, change the footprint. So place it as it is. So with this, we are completing the component placement, and the thing left is routing process. You can see the tracks getting overlapped here, means the traces getting overlapped here, wires. Even if you do the routing, rotate, also it won't change. The only way of neglecting this overlap, it's by routing only. We'll check the process of routing. For this, select add edit route mode and start routing. Very simple. Just click on the pad, and you should not give 90-degree perpendicular down. We have to give the slope, which is the basic PCB rule for error-free operation of your PCB from here to here. The least path we have to select for routing. See, the basic feature of Orcad is, you can see here, the traces are connecting between these capacitor as well as the regulator along with the resistor. So it gets highlighted at 3 junctions. It means you can route with terminal of R1 either, or with the third pin of regulator, or with the first pin of capacitor. So this will be helpful for you when you do the complex routing with more than 50 nodes or 60 nodes. Have in mind. Okay, right. Again, it will be easier for me to find out the pad. Very simple. I can avoid this overlap by routing in other way. See what we are doing. Yes. and this I can do the routing under the component. Since component are at the top layer, we are doing the routing at the bottom layer. And final, this wire. So that's what I said. I can either connect at the pad of C2 or with the cathode of D3. Or with the track here. And I'm going to give the, I'm going to change. This is about the routing process. Only thing you need to know, you have to give the proper solder mask bottom size. For that, go to view spreadsheets, then pad stacks, find out the footprint and set bottom as 2 mm, solder mask bottom as 2.3 mm. Find out the footprint and change for all the components. There are many things to discuss. Start with VIA or any other tools. You will see in detail at the next advanced level video. Yes, now change the width of the pad. Pad is nothing but what? Sorry. Pad is nothing but the basic footprint impression where we will be placing the component. You have to change this as 2 and solder mask as 2.3. So select bottom, right click and give the value 2. Okay. And solder mask bottom SM bot 2.3. Okay. Again bottom 2. Change for all the components. This is the final. Actually, this step need to be done at area itself. No issues. When you do the routing between the pad, this solder mask should not touch with the track to avoid the short between the components. All the bottom 2. Close this. Now you can see the size of the pad and a green color portion, which is nothing but your solder mask. If you say in zoom position, you can see the green color protection layer. It is a solder mask that is essential, and that helps for you to perfect soldering. So you can change the width of your track. So you should be in add edit route mode and place your cursor and press W. A common width of the track should be 1 mm, depends upon the current and the heat carrying capacity. I'm giving 1, selecting net. I'm sorry. So segment is this portion, connection is from here to here, for example from here to here, and net is wherever the track goes, it's nothing but your net. For example, from here to here, 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 again here. So simply type net, select net, give 1 mm track should be given, 2 mm bottom layer pad should be given, 2.3 mm solder mask bottom should be given. Okay, so complete net has been changed. Again W, again refresh. If you feel it's get disturbed with the board outline, yes, and you can bring the text with help of text tool. Right click, select text tool, right click, new, DC power SQ supply version 1.0. These are the so finally we will be taking the printout of this and we will be doing the etching process. Before that, we should not have our component information like doing the masking process, removing the layout alone, and we'll be doing the heat transfer method. At that time only the track and pad should be available. You can neglect this part references since this comes as a different layer called SS top. Silk screen top, you can make it invisible, that what we did earlier, selecting the particular layer at the color settings and giving minus. So somewhere you can find SS top, select this one, check what happens, select this one, press minus. See, only we have the track and pads here, and we'll be taking the print of this. I will show you. It's quite imperfect here in routing. Zoom in I. If you do any mistakes here, press D, placing the cursor over the track, selecting add edit route mode, simply press D. It is similar to retain your original position of your wire. W, yes. So you have to take the printout of this. Yes, as I said, there are multiple layers. One is the bottom layer, this is nothing but your track as well as the pad, and other one you can see all the layers separately by making the other layer invisible. For example, if I want to see only the top side, for example in top PCB you will be having the name conventions, say CON1, D1, D2, then symbol your diode or capacitor, C1, C2, U1 regulator, it means, and J2, it's a connector, output connector here, what you are seeing here, and other resistor R1. So those are the separate layers, and you will be transferring over the top side, and I can select the particular layer SS top by selecting it and giving the same minus. See here, SS top. So selecting this one, pressing minus, our details of the components are here, and to make see the SS top layer alone, you have to make the track invisible. For that, select bottom and then press minus. Now you can see here only the component is here. So for fabrication, we will be taking the design of the top side separately in stencil, and then we will be taking the layout alone separately by removing SS top, and we will be doing the fabrication of PCB, and we will be doing so we will post some other videos with the fabrication. With this, the entire process in capture and layout, it's getting finished. So thank you very much for your patience till this time.